Hey guys, Kia Williams here, coming at you with a yoga tutorial about forward fold. So the focus that we're working on today is back body flexibility. So the fullness of our back. So we're talking about everything from our heels all the way up the back of our legs, all the way to our low back, upper back, and even the back of our neck. So we're going to do a particular pose. It's very popular, very normal pose to have in the course of an asana practice. It's called Paschimottanasana, or seated forward fold. So I'm going to teach you a couple of different ways to do this fold. So it doesn't matter what your level of flexibility is or how you're feeling that day. There's something in this tutorial that you can use today. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to start on our mat facing the long way, and we're going to try to find a nice comfortable seat. Now, if you find it difficult to sit on your buns with your back straight, then you're going to want to put a rolled up blanket or a little cushion underneath of your hips so that you can kind of send your weight forward. All right, so if you're here, you're going to roll your inner thighs in towards each other, and the first expression of this pose, I'm going to use a strap. So this is just my trusty strap. If you don't have a strap at home, you can always use like a winter scarf or a lady's fashion scarf, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the center of my strap and bring it around the soles of my feet. And then I'm gonna hold on to my strap like reins of a horse, okay? I'm gonna roll my shoulders back and lift my chest. The really important thing here is to fold forward with a straight back, or as straight as you can get it. So on an exhale, I'm going to pull on my reins, bend my elbows, and hinge myself forward wherever I go. So what I want to feel here is a nice stretch in the back of the legs or the hamstrings. And if my toes are flexed up towards my face, I also want to feel this in my calves, right? So we're going to hold this for a couple of breaths, and then when you're ready, just release it, all right? So the second version of this is actually in the Ashtanga primary series, and we're going to take our peace fingers and we're going to bring them to our big toes. Now if you don't have a strap and you can't reach your big toes with your hands, then you're just going to bend your knees. Make sure your knees aren't flared out to the side. We want the knees to be inside of the frame of the body, and we're going to lift our chest and bring our belly to our thighs. Right? So this is beginner Paschimottanasana if you're doing the Ashtanga series. Right? If you want a little bit more, then you're going to start to straighten the legs and try to keep all that nice length in the spine as you go forward. All right? Second hand option is to take your hands and drape them down over the tops of your feet. So this is a little more intense in the calf because you're pulling your toes back towards your face. You're also stretching the upper body a little bit more just because you're reaching further forward. So you're going to hold here, take a couple of breaths, and go where you go. Right? The next option is to take your hands and bring your thumbs right on top of your big toes, and you're going to grab around the sides of your feet. Same deal here. You're going to inhale and lengthen belly towards your thighs, draw the elbows down towards the floor, right? All very good. Take a couple of breaths here. And the last posture, we'll see if I can get into it today, you're going to flex your feet up. You're going to walk your hands as far forward as you can so they might reach beyond the frame of your toes. And you're going to try to clasp your hands, or if you're really good about it, now not today, you're going to grab your wrists. Right, so this is a really intense stretch, yes, in the back of the legs, but also in the upper back. And this is going to require you maybe to fold yourself, round yourself forward a little bit more. Okay? And then on an inhale, you're going to lift, and exhale, release. Right? So doing a forward fold like this is a really good way to, like I said, stretch the back body, but forward folds are also a calming pose because it's easier for us to increase the duration of our exhales, and our exhales literally calm down our nervous system. So when we fold ourselves forward, we get a calming effect on our nervous system, helps us to be less anxious and a little more laid back and low key. Anyway, if you have any questions about this tutorial, about forward fold or any other yoga pose or practice, please don't hesitate to ask it in the comments below. I'd love to offer another yoga tutorial on something you might have a question about. Until next time, guys, see you around cyberspace.